Hey guys, how's it going? TheHaggardNerd here. Welcome back to Factorio. Last episode, last stream, I was working on some power things. We were trying to figure out some sort of weird logistics that's something I'm working on. Let's do that one. And how to turn on an area based on if there's stuff coming in and going out. And I realized something kind of simple. This is way too complicated. We actually don't need two switches. We don't need to check here and here. I realized, and what I'm going to do this episode, focus on this episode, is why do we need to check ingoing and outgoing? All we need to do is check to see if there's a train there, right? So if there's a train at either stop, we need to be processing. And that's going to take just one slight adjustment on our our lines. There we go. So what I need to do is when I'm unloading or loading, all I need to do is add an extra check there to see if it's been inactive for 5 seconds. Because if it's been inactive for 5 seconds, then there's no real reason for it to sit there, and it can continue on. And the moment that second train leaves, then it shuts off. The moment the next train comes in, it turns back on. So, I mean, and it'll sit there as long as it's emptying or picking up. There's no problem, because the trains will actually control whether or not the areas need power. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because, I mean, it's kind of overly complicated. If we're checking for things coming in here, things going out there, then we got to do a first check to do, you know, this power, and then do the other check to see if we got backup for that. You know, like, this bypasses all that, and there's no need for any of that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up all the red circuitry I have here. And I do need to put that back down. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All the combinators. All the switches. All that stuff. Don't need any of that. And I'll supply power to this in just a moment. Okay, so all the power is going there. All the power is going here. So all I need to do, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is just to connect these two. I need to... Instead of doing enable disable, actually we need enable disable. That's for the train stuff, but we also need to read stop train. And then we need to do the same here, read stop train. And so there should be a T there, because since there is a train stopped here, it outputs a T signal. And if there's a T signal, then power on. If there's no T signal, power off. How simple is that? I don't see how that's not gonna work. Like, if it doesn't, oh well, but I think it should work fine. No trains, no work. Exactly. That's the idea. Now, it's not really going to make any sense here because this train doesn't have anywhere to go just yet because I haven't built that far into the base yet. But the idea is that once this train does have a place to go, then when it leaves and there's no other train unloading, then yeah, turn off the power. So I think it'll work. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so let me think through this. So can I reach? You know what? We are going to need the one switch. Can I rotate? No, that does not rotate. Okay. So let's put this here. And then can we just connect that on in? Like such. And then if T for train equals... okay, I guess if anything equals T, right? I think that's how that would work. Then enable. Well, I guess I need to connect it to power before I start doing all that derpiness. Okay, let's put that there. Put that there. Disconnect that from power. And pull this back through just like that. Very nice. And then some copper cables. Like such. Nope, that's not what I was trying to do, but it's fine, Click, click, then click, there. Okay, let's try that red cable thing again. If I can manage to do this. Okay, oh, you know, I didn't connect it over there. That's the thing I was missing. Okay, so the idea is to connect this all up. Let's try this again. No, that should be the same. So now what I need to do is run the red cable back. That's the part I was missing. Let's go ahead and do that. Right? That should be sending a T signal. So that means that should be on. So enabled if it equals T. Or everything equals T, right? Oh no! Okay. So that's sending a T signal. that should be receiving a T signal. If T equals T? I mean, that's true, right? Now will it not? Let's back this up. Just move it out of the way. No train here. Nothing to see here, guys. Hopefully nobody's coming. Get that out of the way. Oh, there's a train coming, but it's... Oh, really? 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 Okay. We're gonna have to back you up, bud. Gonna have to back you up. What's up, Torvok? How's it going? I think there will be some odd behaviors, but for the most part, you should have a train there when you need work done. Yes, exactly. Okay, so there's no trains here, so it should not be sending T. That's all connected through there, right? I mean, that'll push over to there. Okay. So that is not how that's going to work. So the signal T is equal to signal T. If anything equals T. I'm wondering if there's one of those things where it has to update when the train arrives. Will that turn on? No. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a little bit of something basic here that I'm not understanding. Okay. Okay, this is for the smarter train stuff, and that would be handy. But we're not there yet. Okay, that's not that. Okay, so it really should be an anything or everything statement that should enable it, right? I'm not understanding this. Okay. So let me this is one of the wonderful things about this game, is like you think things will work exactly the way you think they're going to, and then they don't. But it's fine. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about figuring things out. So there we got our... Oops, I disconnected the power. I don't know why I keep doing that. Because I'm a derp, that's why. There we go, there's that. So let's put our red from here to here. Okay, so now... So enabled condition, if anything equals T. Should turn on. Because we have T. Fire Whisperer, what's up, buddy? And Max, hello. Okay, let's go ahead and do pickup. Oh, no path. Okay, let's turn you to manual. What is this? What is this called? This one is copper cable pickup. We're just gonna do that, right? Well, I mean, technically it's not at the station. And that's considered disabled, right? Because it's being stupid. Okay, so now that's gonna mess up my enable and disable trains thing that I figured out. Oh, this is gonna be messy. This is gonna be so messy. Okay, I've dug myself into a hole. Okay, if anything equals 0, everything equals 0, that's enabled. Let's turn that back off, see if that changes anything. It does not. Oh, damn. I done messed it all up. Oh, no. Okay, so moving the train back and forth is not really going to help me here. Oh, damn, okay. Okay, let's disregard that. Let's just do the stop train for right now. Right? So we'll worry about the enabling and disabling later. I want to figure out this issue with the whole power thing. So let's go ahead and get that going. Okay. So that should be sending T, and it is. I don't know why it's sending 80, but that's fine. So that's all coming through. There's this T signal here. There's a T signal coming in here. If any of the input signals meet the condition, it will output true. It's false when there are no inputs. Anything equals T. We have anything equals T right there. So do you guys have any idea? Haven't watched since you finished your Subnautica series. Oh, well, I do other games, man. Feel free to come back. Oh, and we are being attacked? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Where are we being attacked? Oh, down in the area over there. Okay. Okay, how are we doing, though? And I will need to do some repairs and resupply with ammo soon, but I think we're fine for right now. Yeah, glad to have you back, man. Okay. I feel like there's something very specific I'm missing here. Okay, let's go ahead and connect it. Maybe it has to be a toggle the other direction. Oops, I keep doing that. And it... I mean... It's a circuit network. Does this need to be set? No, that is not what we're looking for. Okay. Okay, what about the other way? I mean, is that gonna... Anything? What if we say if T is greater than 0? Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Well, that's kind of frustrating. Because, I mean, there's obviously something very crucial here that I'm missing. Signal T. Signal T. Coming in. It's greater than 0, and it is greater than 0 there on the right. It should be enabled, and it's not working. So, it looks like we're going to have to scrap that idea. Because that's kind of irritating me. And I'm going to have to do some research because I thought it was going to work, apparently didn't. So, sorry to waste your time. If you guys happen to know why that's not working, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's very frustrating. And now I'm going to have to connect these back up to their own little circuit things. There we go, keep them separated. And then I had, what, read train stop stuff. I mean, I could say read train contents. Would that change anything? Maybe? Maybe. I'm just cycling through, just thinking. Let's try to read train contents, because maybe if that's something, maybe that'll work. One last try on this. Connect via copper. Okay. So if we connect again with red, we're sending what signals? So read train contents, read train contents. We're sending... Yeah, so if anything is greater than 0. Anything is greater than 0. There we go. Okay. So apparently that whole T signal thing, that behaves differently than I expected it would. Now we have power. Okay, so that works for that. Okay. So let's go ahead and back this up. And I'm also going to back this up. And I'm going to try to re-enable the enable disable train stop thing. I don't know if it's going to work with them connected like that, but we're gonna see. So, can someone tell me understand this game, because I have not seen it before? Oh, it's a factory building game. It's all about logistics and fun things. So enable. If anything is equals 0, then it is enabled. But if I'm connecting those two, it's going to make both of those disabled, right? So right now they should both be enabled. And then if I pull one up, it's probably going to disable both of them, right? Oh crap. We're supposed to go to drop off. Sorry, my bad. Come on back around, buddy. So what I'm getting into is a bit more of the meat of the game, the kind of crazy logistics part of the game. It's not as active as some people would prefer, I guess. But okay, so now we have a signal of that coming through. So that one's disabled, but this one is enabled, which is interesting. So the copper plate drop off should be disabled, so it needs to be reversed. So now they're both disabled, right? So now if I back this guy up. Now they should both be white now. And they are, okay. So if we send this guy to drop off, or pick up rather, I'm assuming they're both going to turn red. No, they're both white. Okay, so does it need to be active in order for that to work? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so now they're both red. Okay, so that's another thing I've learned about this way I've got this working, is that the train has to be active in order for it to read that something is at the station or not. That's interesting. Yuji, hey, what's up, buddy? Why are there no power to the power poles? Because I don't really need it. I mean, I guess I could power it so that it would stop flashing. That make you feel better? Okay, so what I would like to do, I'm gonna have to separate the circuits. That's what I need to do. So the reason why I'm saying that is because right now, since everything is on this red wire and connected that way, it's reading both stops. So that's why both stops are being disabled. So what I need to do is I need to create green wire, which is the purpose of having two different colored wires. That way you can separate instances of networks, if that makes any sense. Let's do that, and then let's go green wire to here, and then let's connect that back with copper wire so nobody gets all worried about it. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so that should be accurate. So what I need to do now is run the green wire just the same with the red wire. Of course, I'm going to need another hole here though, since it won't reach. Now the question is, can I run them both into the switch without any sort of issues? Okay, so we should be receiving... Okay, so you see how the copper says green behind it, and then when I pull up the other train, it should say red behind it with the plates. So now we have two signals come in, one green, one red, and that means if anything is greater than 0, then turn on. So we just solved both issues, I believe, because both are now red. If we click this to manual, that is now available because there's not an active train on it. So we just solved both issues. It's a little bit more complicated than I wanted it to be, but that works. Cool. So now the other thing I want to do is I need to change this copper plate supply to, I need to add wait until conditions, and we're going to do inactivity for 5 seconds, and we're going to do drop off inactivity for 5 seconds. So that way, if they arrive and nothing's happening, move on. You know, if there's other places that need stuff or want to, you know, need stuff or want to supply stuff, then, you know, it can just move on to the next thing. So hopefully that makes sense. Cool. I think that works. So let's go ahead and add this. We haven't really done anything with it, and I'm not going to do inactivity yet because this has nowhere to go. So cool. That is doing its thing as awesomely as I was hoping it would be. It's only reading from the green network. Everything and anything. That's what that is. The red and the green. I guess that would make sense that you're thinking that it's red or green based on this network, but I think it's just denoting red or green because there's not a red or green anything and a red or green everything. If all input signals meet the condition, if any input signals meet the condition, and we want anything, so it's all good, but so that works. Cool. So now we can go over here and completely redo that setup. over here. Go ahead and get rid of this secondary one. Go ahead and connect those for power. And then we can get rid of the combinators and craziness we were trying to get all funky with. Don't need this. Don't need this. And then, so we're gonna run, so let's just connect those two. Put green over there, that's gonna come out there. And then once again, gonna put a power cable here just to connect those up. Gonna connect our power down here. Oops. Or disconnect our power, because I tend to fat finger things all the freaking time. Okay, so let's put that there, that there, that there, and that there. And then that to that. Sweet. Alright, cool. So now let's run our red, and then run our green, and then set up the conditions. Everything should be good. There's that. And then green. And then, say if anything's greater than 0, power on. And right now that is the case. So let's go ahead and back this up. Actually, we can... Yep, so see, I moved and it turned off. So the moment I do drop off and power it on, you'll see it click on, just like that. Sweet. Okay, and then just for the sake of people's sanity, I will turn this power pole on. There you go. All right. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. And this is stocking up. That's cool. Also, I need to change this to an activity as well. So let's do and an activity. And do and an activity. So I'm assuming though that if we update the lines, it should update everything else that's on that line as well. Should. Keyword. Okay, so we're good there. So that's working out nice. So it just solved like 2 problems all together. All right, so I mean, technically we could go down and do the same thing with our smelters. Man, I was worried that was gonna crash and burn so bad. It kind of did, but it's good. So I mean, we have inserters and stuff doing the same thing here. I'm actually not going to worry about the smelter. I'm only going to worry about production. I mean, this is technically production, but I'm not going to worry about adding the power things to these guys. Not until we get like electric furnaces. Because once we get electric furnaces, then that's going to be a huge power draw. Okay, cool. So then the next thing would be to, did we ever get red science started? I mean, the large red science started? We did not. Okay. In oil, we were thinking about 2. So I'm going to make this my entire bank of smeltery down here. The other thing I need to worry about is stone, and copper ore is getting low too. Ooh, where is that? Oh, that's that area. We kind of want the... Oh, geez, that's so loud. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Let's go collect that up real quick. There's some pieces down here, or some drills that don't need to be out because they are done. Factorio is the game that makes you think outside the box. Well, I mean, it makes you think very logically, which is what I enjoy. I try to be a very logical person, so. Okay. So we have all that. Don't need any of this. Alright, Max, thanks for hanging out, bud. There we go. That's only pulling out of that one, so it's not like it's... I mean, it's getting separated out evenly. But this is going to go nowhere. I don't think this is going to fill up this entire train, so once this finishes, we're going to get a notification that the train has been stopped for X amount of time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so 2 things we need to focus on is, actually, the stone, getting the stone going, and I also want to check on my other copper ore areas. So that's, oh, Jeebus, okay. Okay, no, we're doing completely good, because I forgot that I had set up that secondary copper ore pickup, so just once this is done, we'll just remove this and continue adding coal drop off and stuff down through here for more smelteries and such. All right, let's go ahead and expand red science just a little bit. And I think, oh, I should probably not stop right on train tracks. Okay. So what I'm thinking is I might want to do my science up here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it up there. And then I'll figure out a cool place to put oil whenever that time comes. Yeah, I was thinking I would do oil in there, but... Oh, there's my car. I mean, do I... I mean, technically, I guess I could do science here, but I'm worried I'm going to limit myself. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. It'll be fine to do science here. And put another loop in here. I think that works. Your inactivity condition should cut in, right? Yeah, so if a train is sitting there and it's either dropped off or... So the issue is, like, if there's a train waiting, right? And there's a delivery train that drops stuff off, that stuff will go into the system, start processing, and go up to the next train that's waiting for stuff. So a good example is your... Here, maybe it'll just be better for me to run down here and talk about it. So for the gears, the iron gears, it's 1 plate to 2 gears, or is it 2 plates to 1 gear? It's a weird ratio. It's one or the other, right? So it's 2 plates to 1 gear. So what happens is you need 2 trains worth of iron to fill up 1 train worth of gears. So what happens is you get half a train full of gears and that train's just sitting there. And then while we're waiting on the next train to roll around, it's still sitting there. And the rest of the things that need gears aren't getting gears. So what you do is if I set it to where the inactivity, you know, if it's, you know, been sitting there inactive and not unloading or loading 4 or 5 seconds, then move on to the next station. So if there's like multiple stations waiting and, you know, one's just sitting there doing nothing, then might as well move on, right? Why would you not want to stop on a train track? Innocent look on his face. Oh boy. So let's go ahead and do the inactivity for 5 and the inactivity for 5. So let's go ahead and save. Oh, did I not save that as a line? This is what, iron gear? Oh goodness. Iron gear supply, there we go. There it is. Okay. And let's mark that as a refuel too. So that way, we're going to be sitting here, we're going to be loading up these gears down here. Because we have a backlog since we've been kind of waiting apparently. And this guy is getting loaded up, and then once this empties out, if there's no more to, you know, fill up the carts, then it's just going to move on. It's not going to just sit here. But I mean, you got 2 conditions to check, either full or inactivity. So once this gets full, it's probably going to go because there's plenty here. But basically, it just stops it from, number 1, using the power, and number 2, just sitting there waiting. So that way you're not waiting for another entire train worth of materials to come in to supply. Okay, cool. So let's go back up. Yep, right into the trees. Good job. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's go through here. And run into the lab because I looked away for a brief second. That's what distracted driving does for you guys. Don't do it. Okay, let's go and hop out here. See what kind of space we're working with for red science over here. Or any science, really. still can't drive. Yeah, maybe. I drive better in real life than I do in games, trust me. And actually, like, when I'm playing racing games, I'm actually pretty good. It's just, you know, like, not focusing 100% on driving, that's exactly what happens. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the stone area. And I would go ahead and start working on getting some stones situated, but it's not, like, high priority, high demand right now. And is that gonna... What? Oh, this was never finished. Wow. Did I have some sort of separator for that stone? Please tell me I did. Driving is... Yeah, driving is definitely wonky in this game. I completely agree. So we have stone here that I could have a second train come through and collect if I was smart about this. I think I'm actually going to do that. Because we do have stone being supplied by this area, even if it's a small amount, there and there. We could use that stone elsewhere in for like making landfill and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to work on red signs after I get this stone situation taken care of, because we are completely out of stone. And like I said, it's not a high priority, but I would like to have landfill ready to go. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. So guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you like what I do, hit the like button. If you want to help my channel grow, guys, share my videos, share my live streams, leave likes, leave comments, all that good stuff. The more you guys interact with the videos and stuff, the more people will come and hang out and be part of the community. Definitely want to grow the community as big as possible, but I need your help to do that. So I definitely appreciate all the support you guys give me every single day. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. And my way of saying thanks is once we get 2,500 subscribers on the YouTube side, I'll be doing a giveaway for a $50 Steam digital gift card. The way you enter for that is you go to the gleam.io link down in the description below, follow the instructions, enter as many times as you can, make sure to do the daily entry and also share it with your friends. So guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.